Hi friends! So today we're going to do an art project using only vertical lines, and those are lines that go up and down. We know vertical lines because a lot of the letters that we've learned start with one big vertical line going up and down, and those are those letters that start at the skyline with a big line down, like on L. My vertical line is the first line I make going up and down. Whoops. Or like the letter F, we make a big line down first and then two small lines across. My vertical line is here. Or the letter I, one big vertical line down and two small lines on the top and the bottom. So what we'll be doing today is using some vertical stripes to make a painting all about lines that go up and down. And the materials you'll need are masking tape, clear Scotch tape or blue painter's tape would work just as well. You'll need some watercolor paints. I have a watercolor pan here, but you can also use liquid watercolor paints or really anything else to put color into your stripes. I also have my paintbrush and a small cup of water. So the first thing that we'll need to do is to plan out our painting. And I'll do that with my masking tape. My masking tape has a really important job in this project. It's going to show where my stripes will be, and it's also going to keep the color inside the stripes and not anywhere else. So I'll put my first piece of vertical tape going up and down on the paper right there. I have a second piece of tape going to go right next to it, leaving a little bit of paper space that I'll fill with color later. Right there. This next stripe I'm going to make a little bit wider, so I'll put my tape still going up and down, but over here. And then my last stripe will end right here, a little bit closer to the edge of the paper. All right, so there's my plan. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of tape, and the tape is going to resist the paint. So this is using a technique called resist painting, which means that no paint will be able to get onto the paper underneath where I've put the tape. It's going to push away the paint. It won't let it get on the paper. So I have my paint here. Remember that when we use paint like this in a pan like this, it's kind of dry. So we need to use a very wet paintbrush to wake up the paint. So I have my wet paintbrush, I'm going to move it around in my orange paint. There it is. And my first stripe is going to be orange. So let's fill this vertical stripe up. Even my paintbrush strokes are going up and down in big long lines. A little bit more water. Oh, and watch what happens when I get paint on the tape. See how it doesn't stick? Kind of rolls off the tape. Because the tape is resisting the paint. It's not letting it stick, it's pushing it away. So to switch colors, I'll wash my paintbrush off and then dip it into the yellow. It's my next color for my next stripe. Right next door, I'm going to fill that stripe with color, going up and down. I'm moving my paintbrush in a vertical line, up and down, up and down. I'm going to fill all that white space in between the tape. For my next stripe, I'll use blue. Get lots of water on my paintbrush for this. Lots of paint. I'll spread that all around, moving up and down to fill in the space. Oh, and notice again, when I paint on the tape, it doesn't stick. It doesn't stick in the same way it does to the paper. My next stripe will be green. Fill that up. Ooh, some of the blue's mixing. That's a pretty color. I'll fill up my green stripe, and then my very last stripe, I think I'll make purple. Let's get a clean and wet paintbrush over here to the purple. A tiny little stripe on the side. Okay, and after I've painted all the paper that's showing, I'm going to peel off the tape. The tape has done its job. It's kept the colors inside the stripes. And now it's time to show what happens underneath the tape. Remember I said it's going to resist, it's going to push away the paint. It won't let the paint stick. So, oh, there we go. A nice, clean, white line. Sometimes the paper comes with the tape a little bit, that's okay. It's best to do this part before the other paint dries. My last one. Those are my colorful vertical stripes. Let's count how many we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 vertical stripes on my vertical tape resist painting. I can't wait to see what you make.